an ancient gauntlet, a legendary enemy, and one scavenger's fight to save Celestia. Will Mira unlock the power to defeat the void? Don't miss out on the best. Subscribe now to my YouTube channel and join this amazing community. Every week, new adventures, tips, and much more await you. Hit the subscribe button and activate the bell to stay always up to date. In a distant galaxy, the ancient world of Celestia lies in ruins after a catastrophic battle against a mysterious enemy known as the Void. Among the ruins, a young scavenger named Mira searches for valuable remnants of the fallen civilization. Rumor has it that Celestia's sky warriors, legendary guardians of the galaxy, once protected these lands with powerful weapons. As she explores, Mira finds an artifact, a strange gauntlet covered in unknown symbols. She senses it holds immense power, but she also knows it's likely very dangerous. Mira brings the gauntlet back to her village, hoping it can be sold or traded. However, that night, the gauntlet begins to glow, revealing a holographic message from a sky warrior named Orion, warning of the return of the Void. The message urges the bearer of the gauntlet to seek out other relics and prepare for the coming conflict. Though terrified, Mira feels an undeniable call to action and wonders if fate has chosen her for something much greater than scavenging ruins. The next day, Mira begins experimenting with the gauntlet, trying to unlock its powers. After hours of frustration, she finally manages to activate it, feeling a surge of energy coursing through her veins. The gauntlet responds to her commands, generating a shield of light around her. Amazed, Mira realizes this relic could make her powerful beyond anything she has ever known. However, she remembers Orion's warning about the Void and feels the weight of her newfound power. To understand more, Mira seeks out Lyric, an old hermit who once studied Celestia's history and knows about the Sky Warriors. Lyric tells her that the gauntlet was one of several relics designed to fight the Void and that only a true warrior could wield it. Although Mira doubts she is worthy, Lyric insists that the gauntlet wouldn't have chosen her otherwise. Driven by a newfound sense of purpose, Mira decides to search for the remaining relics to complete her training and prepare for the battle ahead. Mira ventures into the wastelands surrounding Celestia, practicing with the gauntlet to harness its full potential. She learns to create barriers, launch energy blasts, and summon light-based weapons. However, each time she uses the gauntlet, it drains her strength, reminding her that true mastery will require both physical and mental resilience. Her training is harsh, but with each day, she becomes more adept at controlling the artifact's power. During her journey, Mira encounters Kale, a wandering warrior who recognizes the gauntlet and offers to train her. Kale once served as an apprentice to the Sky Warriors and believes that Mira may be the last hope against the Void. Reluctant at first, Mira eventually agrees, realizing that Kale's guidance could be invaluable. Together, they train rigorously, and Mira begins to feel a deep sense of duty and responsibility, emotions she never thought she'd experience as a scavenger. As Mira and Kale travel deeper into the wastelands, they encounter the Void for the first time. The enemy is unlike anything Mira has seen, shapeless, dark entities that move like shadows, consuming everything in their path. Kale tells her that the Void feeds on energy and life itself, leaving only desolation behind. Mira's heart pounds, but she steels herself, activating the gauntlet to create a barrier of light to hold back the advancing darkness. Despite her fear, Mira's instincts take over, and she fights with a strength and precision she didn't know she had. Kale joins her, using his knowledge of combat to fend off the Void. They manage to drive it back temporarily, but Kale warns that this was only a fraction of the Void's full power. Exhausted yet exhilarated, Mira realizes that her journey will be far more dangerous than she imagined, and that the fate of Celestia rests on her shoulders. Determined to strengthen her abilities, Mira and Kale embark on a quest to find the remaining relics of the Sky Warriors. According to Lyric's research, the relics are scattered across Celestia in hidden sanctuaries protected by ancient puzzles and guardians. Each relic, when combined with the gauntlet, will grant Mira new powers to combat the Void. Together, they navigate dangerous landscapes and solve intricate puzzles, unlocking pieces of Celestia's forgotten past. At each sanctuary, Mira faces trials that test her courage, wit, and endurance. The relics reveal hidden abilities within her, enhancing her strength, speed, and control over the gauntlet. As she collects each piece, Mira feels herself growing into a true Sky Warrior, no longer the scavenger she once was. Her bond with Kale deepens, and they become a formidable team, ready to face whatever the Void throws their way. One evening, while setting up camp, Mira and Kale are ambushed by a mysterious figure named Rylan, who claims to be the rightful heir to the Sky Warrior's legacy. Rylan, envious of Mira's possession of the gauntlet, attempts to steal it, believing that only he can save Celestia. Caught off guard, Mira struggles to defend herself, but Kale intervenes, revealing that he knows Rylan from his past training days. Rylan accuses Kale of betraying the Sky Warriors by choosing Mira over him. Despite Kale's attempts to reason with him, Rylan's jealousy blinds him, and he swears to reclaim the gauntlet by any means necessary. Although Mira is shaken, she refuses to let Rylan's words deter her. Kale warns her that Rylan may not be the only one seeking the gauntlet's power, making her aware of the sacrifices that come with being a Sky Warrior. With the Void spreading across Celestia, Mira and Kale reach the last stronghold of the Sky Warriors, where the final relic is said to be hidden. The stronghold is under siege by the Void, its defenses crumbling against the relentless darkness. Determined to save what's left, Mira channels all her strength, using the gauntlet to shield the stronghold from the Void's assault. Kale joins her, fighting fiercely to protect their last hope. The battle is fierce and relentless, pushing Mira and Kale to their limits. As Mira retrieves the final relic, her powers surge, granting her the full abilities of a Sky Warrior. She summons a radiant force, repelling the Void temporarily. However, she knows that this victory is only temporary and that the true test lies ahead. Exhausted yet resolute, Mira vows to protect Celestia with everything she has. After the battle, Lyric reveals a shocking truth. The Void was originally a creation of the Sky Warriors, a weapon meant to protect Celestia that turned against them. The ancient Sky Warriors used it to banish invaders, but lost control, and it began consuming everything. Mira is horrified, realizing that the very power she wields is connected to this darkness. She feels the weight of her mission more heavily than ever. Kale explains that defeating the Void may require her to sacrifice herself, as the gauntlet's power is bound to the Void's existence. Although Mira fears for her life, she accepts that she may have to make the ultimate sacrifice to save her people. Together, they prepare for the final confrontation, understanding that only with unity and resolve can they hope to end the Void's reign of terror. Mira and Kale face the Void in an epic confrontation, the darkness swirling around them as if alive. Armed with the full power of the Sky Warriors, Mira summons every ounce of strength, unleashing beams of light and energy that tear through the Void's forces. Kale stands by her side, protecting her from attacks and lending his strength to the fight. But the void seems endless, its power only growing as they weaken. As Mira's energy fades, she remembers Lyric's words about the sacrifice and realizes what she must do. Channeling all her remaining power into the gauntlet, she prepares to unleash a final attack that could end the void once and for all. Kale, seeing her determination, vows to stand by her side to the end, and together they launch one last assault, pouring their very souls into the fight. In a blinding flash, Mira's attack pierces the void, scattering its darkness and freeing Celestia from its grip. The strain of the attack leaves her weakened, and she collapses, surrounded by the remnants of the void's power dissipating into the air. Kale rushes to her side, and Mira, with a faint smile, knows she has fulfilled her purpose. The last of the Sky Warriors, she has saved her world from darkness. Mira's story becomes legend, a tale of bravery and sacrifice that is passed down through generations. Kale and Lyric work to rebuild Celestia, honoring Mira's legacy as the last Sky Warrior. Her courage inspires future generations, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming darkness, light can prevail. Celestia is reborn, its people united and protected by the memory of the warrior who gave everything to ensure their survival. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and comment.